Well, welcome back to the podcast.
Yes, what is going on?
Fishing Not Catching. We got a pretty stellar guest today. I'm most excited about this guest.
Me too.
We got Dylan.
No, I don't think y'all understand how excited I am. Like,
That can't be
I
true.
watched y'all way before y'all watched me. So
Yeah.
Well, this is a treat, man. And you're on vacation and everything,
taking the time
and
out. We
still
appreciate
hanging
that.
out with us. We appreciate it.
that's fine. I'm excited to be here.
Man, I've got a lot of questions, but before we jump into anything, just for people that may not follow what you do, just give us like a blurb, who you are and where you've kind of grown to today, just real quick.
Okay, yeah. So me and my wife Shelby, it's our page is like Shelby and Dylan. We started doing couples content about a year and a half ago. February would be 2 years. So we just kind of, let's see where we're from. We're from North Alabama. We grew up about 3 hours away from each other. Met in college. She's
What school? What college?
We met at West Alabama.
You messed up and went to West Alabama.
Yeah, we messed up. There we go. So she's from Sweetwater, Alabama, which is population like less than 200.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I always joke with everyone, so she's kin to everybody down there. So she had to go 3 hours north to meet to find
Not in
somebody.
the gene pool.
Yeah. Well, at least we hope. It is Alabama.
Fingers
You never
crossed.
know around
That's
here.
acceptable.
But anyway,
Oh,
we
man.
met in college. We got married. To the social media thing, we, just Shelby would always come home kind of jokingly say she'd watch her Instagram influencers and stuff and say how she'd really want to do that. And jokingly one day I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna call you out on it. We're just gonna post a video a day for a month. And we just kind of went through with it. And it was just for fun. Like we posted a video a day for a month, and then we ended up with like 100,000 followers on TikTok after the month. It was like
Dang.
a wild, you had a couple videos that did really well, and it was just like a stepping stone from there. But
I
said-
can't quit now.
yeah, can't quit now. We just started something, so we kind of saw that it was going to go somewhere, and we just dove straight in. I mean,
When was this? Like, when
this
did
was
you start?
This was February will be
22?
February
20,
of
23.
23. So after a month, I don't want to sound braggy because it doesn't happen like this for everybody. We're just blessed that it kind of happened like this for us, because I don't know if we would have dove in like we did if it didn't happen that way for us.
Right.
But after about 3 months, I think it was, is when we hit 1 million on TikTok, and
It's fast.
yeah, it was very fast for us, and we were able to meet a lot of our friends that aren't just social media friends today, like they're true friends because of this job. And guys, it's just, I can't explain how much of a blessing it's been for us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What did you do before this? I assume you're full time with this now.
Yes, I'm full time. I started full time back in the fall. So I graduated with a business management degree. Then COVID hit. That let's see, it was December of 19 is when I graduated. So then COVID hit immediately
When you
after.
graduated college?
Yes, when I graduated.
You're a lot
college.
younger than I thought.
No. It took me like it took me.
you forever.
So you're a
Hey,
doctor.
let's not jump to conclusions here. It took me a while to graduate college. I'm
Fair
29.
enough.
I'm 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not about to be in a retirement home like y'all, but
I got gray hair and everything. Well, Brad's
I'm
kind of close.
32.
That's what I said. Y'all are close.
yeah, we're close.
Yeah.
Yeah, close enough.
I'm old.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, we
Yeah.
expect that out of your beard. I'm just kidding.
Rocking all the gray hair already.
I'm just playing with
Oh,
you.
you're good, bro.
No, but yeah. So for a year, I just continued I was going to college online at that point, and I continued my manual labor job while I was looking for jobs because COVID hit, and I mean, there was no one hiring.
Right.
And so finally, after a year of searching every day, that was a mental, like, that was a tough thing to go through. Just, you have your degree and you think all your life that, hey, all I need is that piece of paper and I'm fine. That is not true.
Well, especially in today's world.
Yes.
I feel like most degrees are pretty worthless unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer. Everybody always says that. Of course, you have to have a degree, but
Yes.
outside of that, just the way the economy works and everything, man, it's pretty pretty worthless.
If I could go back, I would do more like specializing with a degree.
Right.
If you're getting a degree, specialize, because I got probably the broadest business degree, which is business management, which I thought, I'm gonna get this degree, I'm gonna be somebody's boss one day, I'm gonna walk around, get my tie, Well, now I'm making silly videos.
Little did you know.
Yeah.
So when you went through this process, because you were pretty soon out of college, and stepping into your professional career, and then pretty quickly jumped into an unorthodox career as you have today. Did you have a lot of family and friends that were bashing you for it, or did you catch some flack, or Dylan, dude, you're an idiot? Did you get some of that?
No, nobody, outspokenly said that. You kind of can feel things.
Sure.
And I don't want to just throw blame and say people were saying that, but I kind of felt that. And it may have been my own mind.
Sure.
My family have been supportive the whole time.
That's cool.
I'm sure, they probably thought at the beginning, he's thinking about pursuing this full time. I mean, but this is such a new career path.
It is still new.
You've been doing it for a while, but in the grand scheme of things, social media has been around 10, maybe 15 years at the most.
Yeah, and to make it a career, I'd say less than 10. That you really have true full timers doing it less than 10 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, this in 10 to 15 years from now, there's going to be a lot of people doing it. And I tell people, in my hometown, I'm the only guy. I think I'm from a population about 4,500.
Okay.
So I'm the only person that I know of that's pursuing social media, that's doing it full time. And I feel like personally, here in about 10 to 15 years, it's going to become more of a comfortable thing, and more people are going to kind of dive into it.
I agree, and it's definitely more I would say accepted, quote unquote, because I think even though it's still new, people do realize, you can actually make money at this. There are opportunities.
When you first started, it was oh yeah, what even is that?
Yeah,
what's a YouTuber?
And it was very hard to make money because our CPMs back then. I remember I've had this conversation before when we hit most of our our actual not RPM but CPMs were $2. And then I remember when it hit $5 at one point, when it hit $5 CPMs, I remember talking to Brant being like, dude, this is incredible. Yeah, I know. We thought we would just hit the jackpot.
Yeah,
at five, and whereas now most of our videos are sitting, pretty consistently over $20 CPMs. And sometimes 30 to 40.
So CPM, and forgive me because we just started YouTube. So what does that stand for?
CPM is cost per mil. So that's what the actual that's what YouTube charges an advertiser per 1,000 views to place an ad. So the CPM, if it's $20, that's what YouTube's getting paid. Now the RPM.
So you get the RPM,
correct?
Right. Okay.
Which is generally it varies, which I didn't realize that until you pay attention to it. But it can be anywhere.
I didn't think it was supposed to vary, but
it can be anywhere from 30 to 50% of the CPM.
Okay.
Is your RPM.
Yeah, we deal with RPMs on TikTok.
Sure.
They have RPMs and it's fluctuating, and so I understand that. I didn't realize that CPM was what YouTube's getting paid from the advertisers.
Correct.
Right.
They're making plenty of money.
Yeah.
They're making a lot.
I think we're supposed to get 45%. I think is what it's supposed to be. But there's definitely videos where you are not getting 45%.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
What is happening?
But I don't know how you can really complain about it. It's kind of one of those things. You're in their playground, so you kind of have to play by their rules.
I got you.
They got a big platform.
Yep.
But yeah, they didn't even on YouTube. They didn't even used to show you. You just had to do the math. They didn't even show you what the RPMs were. All you have was CPM.
Right when I first started, I think it was like that.
Right. But it's changed a lot.
I have no idea how much I'm going to get paid. Right. Hope they're doing it right.
Yeah, they can just say whatever they want at that point.
I guess they still could. Whatever.
Yeah.
But growing up in North Alabama, were you a Alabama or Auburn fan?
Roll Tide, buddy.
Oh man,
you know that.
Dang.
Oh man,
I don't want to hear from this guy wearing orange in South Alabama.
I know.
This dude's wild.
Jacked up, man.
Yep. Be an interesting season this year.
I'm an Auburn fan.
Auburn fan. My Shelby's an Auburn fan.
Is she?
Kinda.
So my wife's an Alabama fan.
Oh, really?
She graduated from Auburn, but maintained her Alabama fandom.
That's wild.
I know.
Give Auburn all that money, and
I know. It's unbelievable.
yeah,
She's very confused.
I've had some friends that they've sent their daughter or whatever to Auburn. I was like, well, I guess I'll pull for Auburn now because I just paid them all this money. So
got to.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you how many times people have sent me your videos, like friends, people that I like have in passing. Like countless people have sent me your videos because you wore our shirts.
Really?
And several of them, the Beach Bum Outdoor shirt. And so, and of course, people that knew that this was our company would just send me these videos. I get it all the time, like people just sending me like, oh, have you seen this? Yes,
that was the plan.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It was pretty wild. So, so you said you guys started like really getting serious or started posting in February 2023.
Yes.
Our grand opening was April of 2023. Were you here? Did you physically come to the grand opening?
Yes. No. I wasn't at the grand opening, but I came to vacation that summer, and I told Shelby I had to stop by. No, when
Were
I
we here?
Like in the store,
yeah.
No, because I would have came up and talked to
Did
y'all.
we meet at some point?
Yeah,
No, I definitely would have introduced myself. Y'all don't even realize, like I have been a big fan since. I mean, y'all basically started the three of y'all posting a lot together. I started watching you first. I was coming down here and I was searching on YouTube, Alabama surf fishing.
Right.
Well, when you search Bama and beach, bum probably comes pretty close.
Yeah, that's right.
But so that's where I started watching you first, and then through your collaborations with Brad and Brent, I started watching all three of y'all. So that was a couple years ago. Basically, I started just bringing a bass rod to the beach and running my gears, and then I learned from y'all. Spray your reels down, and like everything I know about beach fishing is from watching YouTube videos. So
same.
yeah, same here.
Absolutely. Now once I started making my own kind of content, I don't have as much time anymore to consume content that I used to. I used to consume YouTube content like it was going out of style.
I was the same way. Yep.
And then now that like your brain, when you're not working, you're working. So your brain's still working, and you can't even think about other forms of content a lot of the times, like because you're trying to think of your own. If I'm spending my time learning more about surf fishing, that's what I would want to do as a hobby. But like, you don't want to fall behind doing what you're doing.
That's right.
It stinks. But
right.
Yeah. So
I get that.
So but I have followed y'all boys for a few years now. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you. But it has been crazy to watch like your videos and see our shirts pop up and the amount of viewership you get and the popularity that you guys have gained. It's pretty crazy and we appreciate it,
Absolutely.
Which we're gonna hook you up. I don't know if we've gotten you some more stuff, but we need to get you some shirts.
Let's go. I got hey, Blue Marlin, the black that comes off of Blue Marlins, they come out of them white shirts pretty good if you do it pretty quickly.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Not me, toot my own horn, but the first time I went deep sea fishing, I caught a Blue Marlin.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, nice.
It is impressive.
No,
I have not caught a Blue Marlin.
Yeah.
The dude's boat I was on was like, that's the 5th Marlin this boat has ever even seen.
Really?
Yes.
That's impressive.
awesome.
Who'd you go with?
Buddy that lives in Daphne. He's from Fairhope, Colin Douglas.
Okay.
Good friend of mine. He I go fishing with him when I'm down here, and he can get off.
A charter or just
No, he works for his dad at State Docks. And, yeah, good friends of ours. His wife was in our wedding, but
right
we get to go with him. We're blessed to be friends with him, and really good people. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, I tried to go. Was able to fish during a marlin tournament. We released one. The one fish that I got to fight ended up being a tuna. So I'm still no blue marlin. One of these days, though.
Yeah, it looks pretty epic.
They've been catching.
How big was the one you
lately.
caught?
Do what?
How big was the one you caught?
Wasn't very big. It was about 100 pounds.
Little baby.
But we saw. Okay, can I tell this story real quick?
Yeah.
So we're out tuna fishing. We're out at Horn Mountain. So we throw freebies out, and we're sitting there and we're drifting, and all of a sudden, just the biggest thrashing in the water, and then we see the marlin jump out of the water. It raises to the top of the water, and you can see its eyes, and it just sits there
Really?
for like over a minute. I'm having a staring contest with this marlin.
That's
It's got
insane,
bigger
man.
eyes than I do.
That's tough to do.
Yeah, that's a tough thing too. I never heard of anything like this before. I've never seen anything like this before. Well, finally it goes down, and then we're all freaking out, of course, and we're trying to get reel in and do all sorts of things, and then we throw out and I catch the smaller one. The one that floated up was, I mean, at the least 400 pounds,
Dang.
like 400 or 500
wow.
pound marlin, and then I caught the the little baby. But
Is any of this on video?
yes, and I'll try to find that for you.
That would be wild, like seeing it come up and just like looking at it.
Sit there.
Because then you're
I
like,
wouldn't even think they do that.
what are you thinking?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was like, hey, chill out, buddy. This is our boat.
You trying to kill me?
You got
Yeah.
a big bill you can stab me with.
But unfortunately, he got tail wrapped, so the fight wasn't as long as what I wish it would have been.
Yeah.
But we were able to release it, and it was fine.
So do you get to do a lot of fishing back home still, or probably not as much?
Not
Just-
as much since starting this job,
Yeah.
but I've been looking for a boat for a while. I just can't make myself pull the trigger on
hook
it.
the man up with a boat.
That's right.
Yeah. Triton, Ranger, anybody,
He needs a boat.
Somebody listening.
You'll
knows
get some
somebody.
exposure. That's for dang sure.
No, the boats I've been looking are lucky if they're in year 2000 and above.
Right.
Well, I would think you'd be able to work out a new boat.
Brand deal.
Yeah.
That'd be
You
awesome.
should be able to.
That would be the sickest thing ever.
Yeah, well, they'd be in boat sales. I don't think are doing amazing right now. It would behoove them to do some marketing through you guys.
Heck yeah.
Is that the picture of the marlin
That's awesome. And
No,
a BBO shirt.
Like,
and the BBO shirt?
oh,
What?
absolutely, bro.
Oh, dude, that's sick. That's cool. I mean, that still is amazing. I know marlin get gigantic, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's still just.
I mean, I'm jealous.
incredible.
It was probably one of the wildest moments of my life, just because it was my first time going out, and it was nuts. And I got to catch a mahi too that time, so it was pretty cool just being able to catch a couple of fish
awesome.
that I've always wanted to catch
Heck
on
yeah.
my first time. So
When was that?
last year, like a year ago this week last year. So
Already repping the BBO, man.
Hey,
It
I'm-
didn't take long.
yeah, no, I wear that. I don't wear that shirt just hoping y'all will see me. I wear it because I'm supporting y'all. Honestly, like
we appreciate
I've
that.
watched y'all for years, and I'm thrilled to be here, just having a conversation with y'all for sure.
Thank you.
Well, you've definitely exceeded our reach, but very quickly.
Yeah, so you said y'all hit 1 million in like 3 months or something like that.
Yeah,
And now you're around 5 million.
Yeah,
right?
I think we're getting close to 5.5 now, or I'm not sure, but yes, and that blow up was it was while we were having our first child. So, people love pregnancy content and stuff like that, especially when you get closer to baby time. And so, we hit, I think it was like 3 million pretty quickly.
That's awesome.
And then it kind of, tapers out, and it's how algorithms do. But but now we're blessed. I don't know what we have over all platforms, but that's what we have on TikTok.
Yeah, I've never I post short form every now and then, but never really figured out how TikTok and that whole
crack
algorithm
it.
works. Because when I first got a TikTok, I was posting, like, I had all this long form content, so I was going back and just trying to find like the most viral type stuff. And so I had a couple that took off pretty quickly, and I have like 70 something thousand on TikTok. That happened pretty quick, and then like I couldn't get any more traction after that. Like if I post a TikTok now, it gets like 300 views.
I don't know
TikTok
what
is
happened to my
brutal.
TikTok. I don't have it on my phone, but I tried logging in like a few weeks back, and my login doesn't even work anymore.
Really?
I don't know if it just
Well, that's not
deletes.
good.
Yeah,
Probably got hacked.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, there was already a TikTok that existed under my name. It was like Brant. You know,
Yeah.
somebody had already created it and was posting my clips on there.
That's
But,
funny.
yeah.
Have to make a new one.
So I've seen some of yours and your wife's content, like short form content that
Yeah.
y'all posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, that would probably do pretty well on TikTok. Like anything like that, especially if you're posting on your reels, definitely be posting on your TikTok too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of these brands and people, once you get to a certain spot, like, so we do a lot of deals that are just TikTok only.
Sure.
Which I know that's our biggest, but our views are about the same on Instagram as well. So,
Really?
but some people would rather pay for a TikTok slot than they would an Instagram slot. So,
I feel so old. Like I like talking to you before this, you know, I was like, TikTok didn't even exist when I started, you know.
Back in my day.
Like this game has not even existed that long, and I feel like I'm just old.
Yeah.
You know, I feel antiquated
It
already.
evolves so quickly that
I know.
obviously we spend most of our time focusing on YouTube and
Sure.
Facebook, and you can definitely fall behind if you don't stay up to date
Correct. Yeah.
pretty regularly.
Yeah, and that style of content, and we were toying with it a little bit. Like I think we've posted 12 that are like skit, funny vids, and they've all done really well. It is interesting to see that dynamic, and I could see where there could be a lot of success in it. I don't know if it's anything. I'm pretty honest in that, you know, you listen to our last podcast. I do feel more on the way out
Yeah.
of content creation than trying to move forward with it.
Right.
And that's just, you know, being honest and transparent. It's just, it wears on you so much mentally, just trying to play those games. I mean, obviously anything in life, business or whatever, is stressful. But I think it's hard to explain, but you put so much of like your self-worth, I think, into it more. And people would say, yo, you can't do that. But when you get in this game, it's hard to put yourself out there continually, and something else that you really don't have a whole heck of a lot of control over is dictating whether or not you're valuable, you know? And you have to just live with that and deal with it on top of, you know, even though it's minor, like I'm sure you guys get plenty of hate comments, but I'm sure percentage wise, it's probably minute compared to the love and support that you get, but that is always the loudest. You know, you just constantly hear, because a lot of the times those people know your flaws and they're poking at them. Yeah. And you're like, they're right to a degree. Even though, they're a hater and they're pointing out these flaws. Anyway, after you've done it for so long, it's just like, I can't deal with this anymore. You know, and that's like, you know, something that I don't know the best, because this is a new career for a lot of people. And if you are looking at it from a long-term standpoint, you know, the average, I think, content creator is like 5 years, which is kind of long, I think, in my opinion. If that's an average, that sounds.
No, I heard from one of our friends. I think I heard 7, but I'm not sure. It could be 5 or 6. I can't even remember. This was a couple months ago. But like I've spoke with creators that's been doing this for 5 to 7 years, you know, that, you know, and when I get a chance to speak to them, like it really helps me out. Like I'm really encouraged when I get to speak to someone who's been doing it for so long and is still doing it. It's like, hey, 5 years later, you know, I can still be doing this.
Right.
Like I can.
And like I said in that video, I still love fishing. I actually love making videos. Yeah. Like that's not the hard part. It's the playing the game,
battling an algorithm,
and that's what wears on you, and that's just what it is so difficult. So my encouragement to a lot of people, like if you are getting into this or whatever, you got to be thinking exit strategy, and that's with any business plan. Like how are you going? Because I can't be 50, I don't think, and still dragging a beach cart and making beach, you know, catching whiting. Like I just don't.
But you can.
I mean, I could do it.
No.
But you know, it's just, it doesn't seem feasible. So.
When you're 50, there's going to be a lot more 50-year-olds out there dragging beach carts too, that's filming their trips. I promise. I'm telling you, this is so new, dude. Like it's gonna be happening. You know, I'm old but I'm 29. I know I'm not as old as this guy over here, but I mean, for most social people on social media are a little bit younger, especially people posting, content or trying to make it on social media. But we've made a career out of it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, you guys.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, you mentioned earlier, like 10, 15 years from now, how many people are gonna be doing it. Wonder how that's gonna affect like the economy and like regular jobs and like who's gonna be working at the gas station,
Right.
and Walmart, and
And why would you want to?
restaurants.
Why?
like,
Why?
when you could just go make videos,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
make
Right.
way more money.
well, because there's a lot of work into it that people don't get, I think. And I think
That's true.
if you don't have a good work ethic, this job is not gonna pan out.
Right.
I really don't think
It's
so.
definitely true.
Like, there may be certain styles of this job that you could do where you just put a camera up, you just film what you want to film, and then you post it. And maybe they could do something like that. But I honestly think your hard workers, like, they're gonna succeed in the ones who, And I'm not saying gas station workers are lazy or anything. I'm just saying, like, that's gonna be the difference maker
Yeah.
whenever people decide
This
on
isn't
their
as
jobs.
easy as what a lot of people
Right.
think it is.
Yeah.
Especially for like some of the short form, like you gotta be super creative to
Exactly.
Like for the videos I make, like I don't have to be that creative. I just
Correct,
go fish and film it. But when you're trying to make, especially daily short form content and coming up with those skits, like what both of y'all have done, like it takes a lot of effort to be creative and think of those.
And there's so
ideas.
much, it's impressive for you guys to break out because I do actually now, like you said, you were saying you don't consume as much content as you used to. And that's true. Like I don't watch as much long form content, but if I'm like melting my brain, I'm scrolling Instagram. I don't have TikTok, but like I'm scrolling Instagram or Facebook Reels. And it's just, there's so much noise in that space. So much noise. Like it's just, it's mind blowing how much of that content is out there and how many faces. And it's just like to break through in that feels way harder than what we had to do in the long form, and especially, starting as early as we did. So like to be relevant and consistent and continually on top of things in that niche, in that industry just sounds like exhausting.
Yeah. It can be if you allow it. I think, throughout this past year and a half, I have allowed it a few times, and it's still exhausting. But like, I try not to let it get to me mentally, like I have in the past.
Sure.
Especially when views are down or something. I personally, I couldn't do this job without my faith.
Yeah.
And it's, because I have to rely on God to, I do what I can do, and then God will give me what He wants to bless me with, and that's just how I believe. But
That's you'd have to, to stick with it like that.
absolutely. So that's a big part of just making it through even those valleys in the algorithm.
Which is it's we've had this conversation so many times, and we've talked about it on our podcast before, and it's interesting to have someone like yourself because like you look at you guys' socials, and you could to the random viewer could pull up your worst performing video and be like, holy smokes, look at that.
Right.
Like look at like your worst performing
Right.
video. But you still feel these ebbs and flows, even though like from an outsider's perspective, like it just looks like everything you do is, phenomenal and to the moon. And
Yeah, but I guess the way my brain thinks of it is like, we have a certain so the way we're paid, our biggest portion would be brand deals. It's not from the social media platforms.
Sure.
Why would a brand want to pay my rate if I'm not getting the views
Correct.
that
that's what
correlate
keeps you
with
up
the
at night.
rate,
Yep. Yep.
So I think that's in the back of my head.
Yep.
On
Hey, go
why.
Vols. Go Vols.
No, roll tide.
I see a Tennessee hat over there.
He's just trying to be like Bill Dance. No, but I think that's probably, that's
Sure.
why I talk the way I do. We're very blessed. Even with our lows, I know that our lows, we still have great views. But I think that's why.
It makes sense. Yeah, you got to continue to perform to keep your brand deals happy and keep them coming, you know, to make that happen. Which I figured that's probably because I know you do make some money on TikTok, like
for
from
sure.
TikTok, correct?
Yes,
and Instagram too as well.
Now we do. For the longest time they wasn't paying, but now they're the last few months, starting in spring, they started back paying.
Is that just from the Instagram bonus, or you get monetized separately?
No, I think it's just
bonus?
a spring bonus.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Is there another way?
I don't know. That's the
I've
only,
never even been.
I'm not that
bonus,
educated
I've
in this
never made
stuff.
anything.
You're still not on the bonus? Yeah,
You have to be
I've never
invited. Have you been invited?
Yeah, I'm on there. I don't make a ton of money because I haven't posted on Instagram in like 30 days or something. But
You
know,
can't collaborate and make money, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. So
what?
if you collaborate with Courtney, right?
yeah,
If you collaborate with Courtney, you're not gonna make money on that
did not
video.
know that. I collaborate on like
No, of course, that's what
All
we were
your
doing.
biggest reels.
That's what we were doing. That's what
no
we were
money
doing
off
to
of it.
grow
Yeah.
my channel.
Yeah.
We were posting it on Shelby's, collaborating to mine.
okay.
Well, once the spring bonus started, we realized that if you collaborate with somebody, whether it be your wife or a brand,
Sure.
you're not going to get paid for that video.
Interesting. Good to know.
So tag Courtney in the videos.
Don't collaborate. Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, again, I don't know how many of those we'll do. They're fun. I do enjoy making that stuff. Like it's kind of fun to make it. But the creative aspect of it is hard to like, because I'm like I try to be original. Like I always try to not go off of what I've seen and recreate it. Like I try to make something that just comes from my mind. And
Absolutely.
that's hard. Like it's very hard to like make something that you think, okay, people will actually laugh at this or think this is somewhat funny.
I love skits. I love consuming skits.
Yeah.
I'm not good about thinking about skits. So we've posted a couple skits. The rest of everything is just like funny reactions and things like that. But we posted a skit last week that I've thought of a while back. I was like, Shelby, let's do that. And it's so fun to make. And sometimes they don't do well, and you hate to see that. But I love like filming skits because I would love to like tamper into acting one day. Like that's a dream of mine.
Yeah.
That would be sick. But yeah, skits, so hard to think of content like that.
It is.
Like there's some people I'm trying to think of Alex and John, they have the same management as us.
Who is that now? I think
They're from California. Well, they're from the East Coast, but then they moved to California. But I can't think of how to explain them. But they have the same management as us, and they are hilarious. Like that, and they're constant. You see their content. It's like, how did they think of that? And it's amazing. I would love to do more stuff like that.
Is that that's not the husband? Is it the husband and wife?
Husband and wife? Yeah.
Okay, they both have dark hair.
Yes.
Okay, I think I know. Yeah, I see a lot of their stuff.
Yeah,
they're
they're
top
funny.
notch. Now,
Oh,
are they
no doubt.
are they actors like previously?
No,
'Cause they're very good at it. Like,
well, they filmed weddings and stuff like that
okay.
before they started filming their own content. That's why their videos are so
High-
cinematic
yeah,
and high
they're very-
class.
yeah, yeah.
It looks like you took our videos with like a soda can or something.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Same
I mean,
here.
there's plenty of people. Yeah, we compare ours to like I could never create that. You know,
Yeah, I
that
know.
epic piece of content like Ryan Morey. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's just so cinematic.
So
and-
much editing.
Yeah,
I know, it's incredible.
I enjoy editing and it looking good at the end of it. But like when you spend as much time as I have on I think I've edited like one or two of our YouTube videos, and it's like I'm spending just so much of my work time doing that because I enjoy it, and then it looks good, and then I look at the clock, I'm like, I could have been doing a lot more stuff
Right.
during that time.
There's a lot of people that do this that love editing. I absolutely hate.
I used to
that's
like
the
it.
worst part
Mm-hmm.
of what we do is editing.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
I hate the time crunch of it, but if I just didn't have, if it wasn't my job to do it, like when we were in group projects in school or something, I love to be the editor of like, I've had to make like commercials and stuff for like college projects, and I enjoy doing that. But when you have to do it for a job, it's a little bit different.
And most of the time it's like, all right, I got to post this video today. So I'm waking up early, trying to edit and post it by 11, 12 o'clock, whatever. And so it is usually last minute. I never get ahead on
Since
content.
life has gotten busier for me, just with everything we've got going on, like when I first started YouTube, I enjoyed it because I loved the change of pace, like being out in the field, creating the content, and then being in the elements and everything, and then being back at home, waking up early in the morning, drinking some coffee, doing my edits. Like, it was kind of nice and relaxing. But now there's like so many different things that we have going on that we're trying to do. It's like, I just need this to be done and out of the way.
Right.
And here I am sitting for 2 hours dealing with this
It's
crap.
not like that simple life we used to live. Like, the only thing you had to do was just go surf fishing at it.
Yeah.
See, my problem is like I'm a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like that, which is why I can't hand my editing, especially for my short form, over to even Shelby, because then it won't be done the same way. And I have that style about
Sure.
it, and people get used to that style as well. So that's kind of my.
Now, you did mention you were using you were outsourcing some of it
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube just a totally different ball game.
Sure.
It's not edited, or we're not editing it the same as we are a short form.
Correct.
And we're just starting out, so I feel like it's okay that no one's used to a certain style or anything on our YouTube yet. So
On your YouTube, are you posting your short form on that channel as well, or?
God, that's a tough one, because I would love to repurpose everything, but TikTok is, I forget now, you can post like an hour video on there, I think. But so our long videos do great on TikTok.
Really?
Well, yes. And
Like the
it's
same-
not
like-
like that for everybody.
Like the same.
Not YouTube. 2.5 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
We've heard this from a lot of creators, like, hey, we don't understand why your videos are doing so well at that length. Well, I don't know. So we're
I can
going
probably
to
tell you why.
why.
Because of you. There's like, not everybody, like, your personality is very endearing and unique that a lot of people just don't have. Like, so that it's not probably anything other than just
You're able to hold that attention.
correct.
For long.
Like that, most people can't do that.
I got you.
Like, even it can't be learned. It can't be taught. It's just natural, and it's just who you are.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's why people watch.
Well, I appreciate that. We man, you're trying to making me feel good inside.
About to see a tear fall down.
It's just from keeping up with the landscape of social media and just seeing and dissecting okay, why do people watch this? Like, why do people and just understanding this is different. You're different, and it's just, and that there are people that can do that, actors or whatever that have whatever that is that just people are drawn to and want to consume whatever it is that they're creating. But that is it's a very rare thing. Like, it's not anything that you can learn or be taught.
Well, I appreciate that. It is kind of unorthodox for TikTok, which unfortunately, when you repurpose onto Instagram for Reels, it has to be less than a minute and a half. Well, then you got to repurpose on YouTube. It's got to be less than a minute. So when you succeed at 3-minute videos on TikTok, then you're double editing to put it on the Instagram.
Sure.
Then you're triple editing if you want to put it on YouTube. We've slacked very heavily on our YouTube shorts. People have done great on there. They make great money and everything. But when you're so used to posting longer videos, and it's just hard to get it down there. So these days, 90% of our videos are a minute and a half or shorter, even on TikTok. So you're not having to run through that double editing process for Instagram or triple editing to YouTube. So I need to get to really editing more and just start posting all my old content on YouTube Shorts. It would probably do us some good to do that, but that's the problem there.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess some of those, like if you have a 2-minute long TikTok, the way that video is even planned out, it's not even really possible to bring it down to a minute. I mean,
So choppy.
yeah, to take out half of the footage, you almost don't even have a video. It's almost not even worth trying to do anymore.
So choppy. We've worked.
Then you're creating this content, trying to create different videos for each platform, opposed to just editing 3 different ways.
I guess I'm the type of person that like to laugh at my own jokes, because I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't cut this joke out, Shelby. I got to get it down to a minute
funny.
30.
It's
So
too
this
funny.
is too funny. I'm just so funny. No, but yeah, it's tough to do.
Yeah, because it is cool to watch y'all's content and just see how natural it comes, and the comedy in it and your reactions and things like that just can't be recreated by, the entire population.
No,
like
let's go. I'm unique.
Yeah,
I am special.
Because I would love to have that charisma, but I just don't. It's just not there, and I wish I could be that entertaining to draw in people that way. But
I should have brought my dad in. Y'all would kind of see why I'm the way that I am.
Yeah.
And he's with me this week, and he'd probably like to come sit on this podcast just as much as me because he watches all y'all too. But he's a special guy, and you'd see where I get it from. I promise.
No,
I got a lot of my
makes
dad
sense.
in me.
That makes sense.
I was gonna point or touch on that last thing you were talking about. So some of like the brands we've worked with, they allow us to double edit. So if the brand video, especially if I go film somewhere, I'll just put this. We can take this out if y'all want, but I was just gonna do an example of a brand, Sam's Club. We have worked with them several times now, and videos do really well with them if we film in the club, in Sam's Club. So when you're filming in somewhere, it's super hard to get it down below 1:30. I don't know. I guess you just get more content when you're in places like that. And so they'll allow us to double edit, and usually it does good on both platforms when they allow us to do that. But
So you're posting a different video on Instagram versus
it's
what
the
you're
same
posting?
video, just cut down.
Gotcha.
And sometimes I do have to cut jokes that I think are too funny to be cut. But
Dang.
Got to save those.
yeah, we'll just save them, I guess, for the next one.
So what for somebody, because that's kind of unique to me. I've had sponsorships in the past, for my long form. I've never done any, and I get these offers on in my email from Instagram and stuff, and I guess they're legit. I don't know. They all look shady to me. But it's like Freddy's, which is like a burger and custard place.
Oh yeah, Freddy's.
yeah.
I love Freddy's. I wish they'd holler at me.
Fresh Market has reached out. It's usually through an agency, but that's the company that they're doing. Cutter, Bug Spray has been one. A couple others. Anyway, is that how these brands? I mean, now you have a management company,
Right.
so do they
Everything
go
goes
through
through
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only way brands are reaching out to us personally are in our DMs, and then 90% of the time it's things where we just send them to our managers and let them deal with everything.
Okay,
So it just makes our life so much easier.
sure.
And just having management, or we were given this advice before we got management, is they're just able to get a lot more than I would have taken myself. So we didn't make our first dollar till we signed with management.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I don't even know what would make sense, to charge.
Is that pretty much like the management? Is that basically all they do? Is your brand deals, or do they do anything else for you?
They do travel and stuff with brand trips. So when Airbnb had us out, they made sure we had our flights and all that kind of stuff. But
Nice.
but the biggest thing is brand deals and making sure you're getting things posted on time and sent in on time, and
Yeah,
it is so nice.
that would be nice because those can get cause I get the emails all the time for YouTube and ended up doing all these random things, and you're trying to balance all right, who was I even talking to for this one product? It's I need to make notes, but I don't make notes of anything, so it's all just up here, and I forget
Yeah.
Right.
when I'm supposed to post something or
Yeah.
who I need to respond to on email, and
Yeah. Well, there are
I guess negotiating too.
they negotiate negotiate deals and everything. But there is bad management too that I've heard horror stories from people about, and they're like, well, you say I need to get management, but I've tried it, and it was a horror story to me. Well, you just have their own management like that.
Yeah.
There are good people out there that have you in mind, and there there's quite a few agencies out there that would be good for that.
And most of those, are they just taking a percentage of your brand deals?
Yeah, you don't pay them a rate;
Yeah.
they just take a percentage of what you get paid.
Yeah.
So
So
then
their
it's an
best interest to
incentive.
try to get.
Absolutely,
Yeah, for sure.
The more they can get you, the more they're making.
absolutely.
It's basically just like having salesmen.
My head is spinning from like all of what you have going on. It is just crazy because things just accelerated so quickly, and I feel like a lot of it came. I think TikTok is the one that really like initiated this, where now you have all these sectors, because like it used to be YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and like YouTube video, long form, Instagram, you post your pictures, and Facebook, you just chop up and have a short video, and that's it. Like that's all you did, and that was the only options. And now it's like all the different styles and formats, and like even TikTok, you could do like long form, medium form, short form, like
Like if you're gonna try to do all of that, you really just gotta have a team. Like trying to.
Well, he's doing it all.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, I mean it's man, it's difficult. Like,
are you posting daily on all those though?
Daily on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. I think I threw a short up there yesterday or the day before. It's probably yesterday while I was sitting in the coffee shop trying to get my video to upload. But YouTube, we're trying to go once a week. We just started YouTube, so like we're 3 videos in. I think.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll go live today, but.
And it's mainly vlog style. Yeah, is that what that is?
Well, actually, I think that's kind of our plan. We're trying to fill YouTube out because we're starting right now, so we can take it a direction however we want to right now. So I don't want to get sunk into one style really off the bat. So the first video, other than our pregnancy announcement, was like a pregnancy Q&A with me and Shelby, and then a old wives' tales, like trying to predict what the baby is, and then this one is a pregnancy vlog. So I'd like to do I would like to dabble in some more of my hobbies, so fishing or hunting, or I don't know, I may need to do that on a separate channel. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure the route I need to take.
I think for you, I would think that you could probably just post whatever you choose, I would think, on there, because people, I mean, you're already getting great views. I'm looking at your channel right now. You posted 3 videos. Obviously, you guys have an enormous following that's you're gonna get a lot of people over from. But I think people are just interested in y'all's life, which is where you want to be in this game. Because
kind of film whatever.
Yeah, because then you can get away with however. You have to be to that point where people actually give a crap, and that's hard to get to. I can't post whatever I want. Like if I could post something, and people are like, "This is stupid, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen." I ain't watching this crap. Like whereas you can post it, it'd be fun.
Well, what was I gonna say? I feel like most of those views are probably from our Instagram, so where we post it on our stories and stuff. Right now. And I'm really hope to be, get in there where our videos are recommended to people on YouTube.
Well, they will be. And especially if that will help promote it. Like the fact that you have such large external views coming in, it'll promote it. So absolutely, you guys will be fine.
Yeah, I'll take any YouTube tips, especially. Like we're just trying to make it.
We're old, washed up YouTubers. So want to listen to us.
We're irrelevant, stale, and we don't know what we're doing.
Are y'all posting on Facebook? I know you have a Facebook page, right? Are y'all posting regularly, or?
Yeah, I meant to say that's daily too, because it just whenever you post it on Instagram, it gets posted to our Facebook.
Just the Facebook Reels.
Yep.
We should try some of the long form on there as well.
Yeah, we have back in last October, Shelby checked. So that's when we were doing it for 7-8 months. We had like 80-something fake Facebook accounts. So and a couple of them were much bigger than ours. Like pushing a million on Facebook. Yeah.
Holy crap!
And
were you able to get those taken down?
No, dude. No. I'll try to hold my tongue.
We know all about that.
Yeah, we've gone through this.
Man, I would copyright claim, and then I got an email from the guy that running the channel, and I forget what it even said. Basically, let's work to get like something. Dude, you're stealing my content.
Work together. What do you mean work together?
Yeah. So then they would just repost the videos after you copyright. YouTube, I had
this is wild.
It was really good to be able to.
So there's Shelby and Dylan 133,000, 847, 90,000, 18,000, 53,000, 13,000, 54. Like,
Oh my gosh.
there's a bunch of Dylan and Shelby's.
So that was October. When she sat there, counted 80 something fake. So I don't know what there would be now, but they're just.
And viewers don't know. I
I'm
mean,
assuming-
they don't. They just think
At
it's
that
you.
time, people were saying, "Hey,
assuming this
you're
is
on
the real
Facebook,
one.
right?"
Yeah.
I do have a question. So my sister is like a huge fan.
Yeah, she messaged me yesterday.
Seriously?
Yeah, she said you're gonna have a conversation with my brother, and I said, yeah, I'm super excited about it.
That's funny, man.
Does she live in Tennessee?
Yeah. She FaceTimed me last night. She's like, I can't believe you're going to be doing a podcast. But she said you love mustard and like all this mustard stuff. How did mustard come into, why does
goodness.
everybody know about mustard? Where did this start?
So I do love mustard, but it has come to the point
Have you
where
done any brand deals with mustard?
no, can you believe
Seriously?
that?
You should own
like we had
stock
people,
in, like-
our little bit of following on our store page. Like we posted, "Hey, we're doing this podcast." Like 3 or 4 people out of the 8 comments were like,
Mustard.
"You got to bring him some mustard." Like
Yes.
everybody knows, like you love mustard.
Yes, I
so-
do love mustard. To the extent that people like say something to me when I start putting ketchup on my fries at restaurant, like, come on, guys. But
That's hilarious.
so it's been an inside joke for like me, Shelby, and my family for years about the versatility of mustard. I think it's the most versatile condiment. I think it can go on anything.
You put mustard on a salad?
No, I don't, but like, would you put
could.
mustard or ketchup on the salad? Probably actually ketchup because it's made of tomatoes. So anyway,
If I had to pick, I would think I would do mustard.
I think
instead of
mustard
ketchup.
makes more sense in my head.
let's just stick to ranch, But
Agreed.
but so I say like you can put mustard like on sausage biscuits. If you never had mustard on sausage biscuit, what are you doing with your life? But
I don't know if I've done that or not.
oh, you got to. You got
do
to.
it tomorrow
It'll
morning.
change your life. Tomorrow morning, gas station greasy biscuit. Yes. So anyway, it'll go on anything. That's my thing. It's versatility of it.
Yeah.
I do like it. I think it's versatile. Well then, so we started this social media thing, and we oh, you're gonna love this. We so I started. We made a video about the versatility of mustard. I was sitting there ranting about mustard, and then after this whole mustard thing became a thing, on my memories on Facebook was when Tennessee fans. Do you know where I'm going with this?
Through the mustard
Through the
bottle.
mustard bottle at Kiffin.
Yeah.
On my Facebook post, it says something about me. I've been talking about the versatility of mustard. This was a couple years ago,
Yeah.
before social media. On my Facebook post, it said, I've been talking about the versatility of mustard for years. Look at this. You can even throw it at somebody.
It could be a weapon.
Yeah.
Weaponized.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
yeah, so people, it's not an act.
Oh, man.
I've been on this versatility mustard train for years.
So
awesome.
the one time that I've seen it, I guess your wife is a teacher.
Was
it?
she just came home in May
Awesome.
to do this full time as well.
Congratulations.
Thank
That-
you.
That's so amazing. But one of the videos y'all posted, you were in front of her class, and you're like, "Let's discuss the versatility of mustard."
Yes, yes, because I know them second graders are the funniest kids in the world. And then like I sit there and I would just rant with them all the time. So I said, Shelby, I said, watch this. Let's go!
You got a fan. You got a fan. He's got a
awesome.
fan out there bringing mustard. And,
Well, I brought you
chip-
something too.
and chips.
Oh snap!
Do you like all kinds of mustard?
Yeah, all
Do you like
kinds.
honey mustard?
Yes,
Do you like spicy?
yes.
Spicy. Have you had this one?
No,
It is delicious.
I'm surprised. I've got
So
like
I had
the-
like 2 of those in my pantry.
I wish
and one in the fridge.
I wish that we sold
And,
mustard so that we could do a brand deal with you.
I know.
I know.
Like
It-
that. That would be.
You should
sick.
make your own mustard.
Yeah, you should.
I've thought about it. Maybe one day. We'll see. I've thought about it. I'll have to share my ideas later.
You realize how much
Off the
mustard
record.
we would sell if we
If you
had-
don't, I will.
I'm
We'll
honestly,
just give
and
you a
nothing
cut.
against mustard brands. I've had just about every mustard brand send us mustard, but no one signed us for like a brand deal or anything. Like to put
How
our
stupid! If I was a
That is-
mustard company, I would be. You would like. I'd be all over that.
Be on the billboard.
Like all right, whoever does the marketing for mustard companies, you're all fired.
well, I honestly am surprised.
Yeah,
I,
no,
I am surprised
that's a big
about
deal.
it. But if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But
Do you have a favorite mustard?
One that I really love is have you had Coops? Not a lot of people have had Coops.
That's a mustard brand?
Yeah, it's a brand.
Yeah.
So they sent us a box full of like all their different kinds of mustards. And they have a horseradish mustard in there. I love horseradish. The spiciness of it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Yeah, I love spicy mustard. So if this is spicy mustard, it'll get eaten.
Spicy honey mustard.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
It's
all
delicious.
kinds. I don't
Let me check
discriminate.
that out.
And that actually is good on salad. I have put that on a salad. before.
And that would make sense. Like this looks like a salad dressing to me.
Chicken,
Yeah.
pork chops.
Marinate it.
You based with it?
I don't think I've basted with it. I just use it as a dipping
Yeah.
sauce.
Where is that brand?
I think I got those maybe Publix. They have a lot of really good sauces though. They have a spicy steak sauce that is freaking delicious.
Yeah.
I'm a big
That
sauce guy.
Melinda's, they got a million different brands.
Do y'all eat
Or a million
sauce
different
on your
brands.
steaks?
No, not normally, but that
You eat
spicy
sauce on
one
your
that they
steaks?
have is really good.
I just eat it in its purest form.
Yeah, my wife does too. She gives me a hard time. My family's a sauce family. We love sauces. Like our whole door of our refrigerator's full of it. But yeah, I love sauce on my steak.
What do you put on there?
57.
57.
Yeah, I love 57. I'll eat A1 too, but like I'm asking for 57. Or I'll eat it dry, but give me sauce.
Yeah. So their steak sauce is kind of like an A1 but spicy. It's really good.
I'll have to try it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Publix has that one. I think the steak one I've had to order off Amazon, but I think on Amazon you can get like their variety pack and get like 4 or 5 different sauces in one
And
thing.
somebody on our post said you like pickled eggs and mustard,
Oh no.
or is that?
Gosh, those were awful.
Oh,
I've
so
tried
you're not
a bunch
fan.
of so
They're making a joke.
we've been sent several mustard items. Pickled mustard eggs.
Like the eggs were pickled in like it was all mixed in there.
I don't know, man, but I about got sick that day.
Do you like regular pickled eggs?
They're okay.
But add mustard to them didn't.
No, whatever they did,
fix
no. I'm sorry to that brand. But
So one thing you can't do with mustard is put it on pickled eggs.
right.
I mean,
trying
that
to think
sounds like
what else.
just a bomb.
I mean,
to
I've
your gut.
had mustard Skittles. Skittles came out with mustard Skittles last August. I think
Interesting.
you could just like go to
did
the
they promote
event and
you?
get them for
Or
free.
did they use you?
sent them. They sent me the
Okay.
PR box and we did a video on it.
Gotcha.
Was that good?
It was as good as you could make mustard flavored candy. I'll say that.
Fair enough.
I've had mustard toothpaste. I think
wild.
that was done as a joke. So High Smile sent us mustard toothpaste, and Shelby said that she lost it in our move. We moved houses back in February. So I was like, man, that would have been a really good video with mustard flavored toothpaste. And then a fan sent us some that they had like 2 little packets of mustard and ketchup flavored toothpaste. So we got to do a taste test with that. So I've had mustard. You name it, I've probably had it in mustard sent to me.
That's
That's
impressive.
hilarious.
Well, mustard
You
brands.
certainly need to
like-
make your own mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I think we could really make something cool out of it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Well, where we at? Where we at on time?
What's up, man? We are at an hour and 5 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, I can run my mouth, dude. So don't.
I ain't got nowhere
You're
to
not.
go.
well,
You're not holding.
Yeah, I
me.
don't want to keep you.
No, you're not keeping me.
Okay.
Are you gonna try to do any fishing right here? Are you gonna take a rod with you, or
Yeah, I think if you'll allow me to take a ride with me, I don't know if I'll take the whole cart because I mean I brought my tackle box and everything with me, but that's when I reached out to you. I was like, dude, can I borrow a rod so I don't have to pack my rods?
We got you, bro.
Yeah,
my
whatever you
rods
need.
are like Walmart rods, you know.
That's okay.
So
I mean, but we'll get you.
I can't. I watch. I bought your course, by the way,
Are you
back
serious?
when it first came out.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, I've been a fan for a while. Like, but I bought your course and great information. Do y'all still run? Do y'all still sell that? And so
Yeah,
it's
well,
still-
through Salt Strong, and we're
Yeah.
actually repurposing a lot of it currently right now.
Oh, good.
On some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the course. It definitely made me a better surf fisherman. It was very knowledgeable to me. But so bought the course. You know, I see you out there casting, so they get them far. I'm not getting even close to where y'all casting with them Walmart rods. So
We'll send you back with some good rods.
Yeah.
send me back.
To the beach. We'll send you off.
But be careful now.
Don't make promises. you
I
can't
live
keep,
in
Brad.
North Alabama, bro. Be surf fishing at Smith Lake.
Yeah. I should have brought. I meant to bring those travel rods because I got to give you one. That's what you need.
Travel rod?
He
We
could have,
came out with
he
a
could have that
travel rod.
prototype that I got.
I got it.
to him.
Is it like extendable or something?
It's 4 pieces. Or 3.
So it's 5 pieces, but the rod itself would be 3. But it can. There's 3 different tips. So it can be an 8-foot rod, a 9-foot rod, or a 10-foot rod.
Y'all are coming out with these?
I just partnered with Ninja Tackle.
Is this like the first of its kind, or has this been done before?
Not anything like that where you
far
have
as I
3
know.
different links.
for,
That's
for a
sick.
surf rod.
I live like a mile from here. When we're done with this, I'll run home and get it. If you want to wait a second,
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
bring you one.
That's sick.
Matt gave me extras to
Oh, good boy.
do whatever with.
Yeah.
So.
That's wild to me.
Yep,
Do you
so
just
can-
have them in surf rod format
Actually, we
now?
have
Do you
one
have
here.
them
I'll
in
just send
bass
you with
rod
this one and then
too?
I'll replace it. So we sell them here.
That's true. Well, we have travel. I guess they're inshore rods, which I mean could be a bass rod, it'd be
Right.
spinning tackle.
Yeah.
Now Fenwick does make. Do you use bait casters?
Yeah,
Fenwick makes a bait caster travel rod.
Okay.
That's a 3-piece.
that's cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but travel rod be sick. You just
Yeah.
throw it in the backpack and
Yep.
go.
Yeah, and it's so it's the case is a little bigger than a normal travel rod, just because it does go up to 10 foot with 3 pieces. It's got to be so long. But there's always been people that have got it on a plane to Puerto Rico and
Like
so you still-
like carry on or
Yep. So you can still travel with it, fly with it. If you don't want to check it, you can carry it on.
yeah.
So
That's pretty sick. I haven't even heard of that. The only things I've heard of is like the extendable rods
the
or
telescoping.
yeah.
or just
telescopic.
breaking one time in half.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what my Walmart rods are that I bring to the beach.
the telescopic.
No,
they
the break the
Yeah,
one set or
2
two
pieces.
section. Yeah, 2 pieces.
I fished with Walmart rods for a long time. Even at the beginning of my channel, that's what I was fishing with. I mean,
I think my reason is I'm down here once or twice a year,
yeah,
and that's my reasoning behind it.
it's a lot of people.
Now my bass rods, I love. I throw Lou's speed spool bait caster on a. I love, which I don't go a lot anymore, but the Veritas Abu Garcia Veritas rods. Really like those tips on them. You can feels like you can just feel things better. Not a lot of people use them, but I really like them. But yeah, I'm more of a bass fisherman anyway, so that's why I haven't spent just a lot of money on surf fishing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Understandable. Do you think, like, if you're with your long form, do you think you could go fishing, create the long form content? I think people would watch it and create your reels while you're out there, or short form. Do you think you could multi-purpose, or is that not how your creative process works?
Yes, I could, but the channel is Shelby and Dylan, so a lot of people expect Shelby to be there bantering back and forth with me, and it would, I'd be interested to see how it does. Shelby not being there.
Just have her like making fun of you while you're out there trying to fish.
Yeah, I mean, then it would have to be. I feel like it would have to be a vlog style of video if that was the case, just because it's our channel. People wouldn't be expecting you to throw up your phone and video me and then send it to me for it to go on my channel. You know what I mean? I don't know, or at least that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
Maybe that would work. I don't know. We went on a charter last month it was me, Taylor from Taylor and Sophia, who's a couple. They're our friends from Georgia. Hunter, who's from Hunter and Devin, and Casey, who's from Casey and Casey, and we all went on a charter. And
They went with Brock.
oh yeah, your friend,
I saw
yeah, your
that.
friend,
I saw
yeah.
that.
So he took us out. We caught some red snapper. We battled a dolphin, still in our fish for a while, and then did you see what was that snapper that we caught?
Maybe I saw the stories y'all were posting.
The mangrove.
The
The
mangrove.
mangrove.
Did you see
I did
that?
see that. It was a big one. It was like massive.
It was the biggest one he's ever seen. He said they were on his boat.
That's impressive. It is because I mean,
I was always watching all y'all's videos. See, what I saw was y'all catching them at the seawall.
Oh yeah,
And
those
they're
are like
and
babies,
y'all are
yeah.
struggling.
You're like trying to get a
You're
12
struggling to
ounce
get a
one.
12 inch.
Yeah.
And this dude, I mean, it was bigger than any of the red snapper we caught that day. I gotta
Yeah,
have it.
offshore they definitely get bigger, but
Yeah.
they still aren't.
They're still tough to catch.
They're hard to catch, and they're not consistently as big as like a red snapper. Not normally.
Yeah, because you're generally like if they're hanging out on a reef, there's going to be way more red snapper than there are mangroves, and the red snapper are going to eat instantly. So
Yeah.
trying to actually get that mangrove to eat a bait, and you usually have to go lighter leader. They're a little more finicky.
Did y'all eat it? The mangrove? Or did you
I
get to eat
think
some of it?
it's in one of our freezers. We didn't write on what bags was what, so I got a bunch of fish in my freezer.
The mangrove is delicious. Dang,
That was it.
I think I did see that
wasn't
one.
holding.
I
Yeah,
think it's
look at that.
huge.
Yeah, that's a solid mangrove.
I mean, it was wild.
Yeah, that's a big
And
one.
then what is that?
That is a, I think it's called a short big eye.
Yeah, I don't.
You see my picture with it?
Yeah.
That picture did pretty good on Instagram.
Who has bigger eyes?
You see what shirt I have on?
I know,
Beach
man.
from outdoors.
I'm
Repping,
telling
dude.
you.
Repping, dude. Thank you. It's so cool.
I know that's how I even found out about y'all was from people sending us that of you wearing all our stuff.
I
was
had
like, "Dang, that was
seen
awesome."
like just from my scroll, I had come across y'all's content, like it had been put in front of me, but I didn't really know what was going on until I just got inundated with people
Right.
continually sending me your videos, and I'm like, oh, okay, like dang, this
That's
guy's
sick,
like,
dude. That's awesome.
yeah, you guys,
Dude,
have,
you probably look in your messages somewhere. I probably asked one of y'all to go fishing or something at one point. Y'all probably get that all the
did
time.
you do that for real?
I don't know. No, this would have been before social media.
Okay, well,
Maybe.
I apologize if we didn't.
If you sent it through
respond.
Facebook,
I don't remember.
Those get
I don't
lost in the
remember. It
weeds.
may have never even happened, but you never know. I might have been down here. And
But
was
we
like,
do get that a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
Oh, I'm sure.
Obviously, we can't really
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. Oh,
mean,
no doubt.
Um,
Have you ever thought about guiding service again or no?
yeah, I mean, it's just it was fun. Like I did it for a few years, and when I was still growing my channel, that's how I made money. That's how I monetized my channel. Was basically just offering that service through my channel, and it's just it's just draining, like,
Yeah.
and the money, like it got to the point where the money that I can make on a guide trip
Just didn't make any sense.
yeah, I'm losing money, and whereas I could just go make content, and make more money
Right.
doing that. So from a business standpoint, it just didn't make sense.
Right.
But
y'all guide through the store, right? Or y'all used to?
we used to.
yeah.
We have there's a guy that works here that does run guides, and so I think he kind of books some, but it's not going through us anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we just switch to the cart rentals.
I got you.
So
Do we still do the car rentals?
Yeah, I don't know how often we rent them. I don't.
Yeah, I wonder
keep
how
up with
that does.
Yeah,
I mean, I've every time I'm down here and I see a guy with a card, I'm jealous. So
I think it would do really well if we like promoted it right.
Yeah.
we just haven't put a lot of effort into
Correct.
promoting it.
right, that makes sense. I mean, just to not have to haul your car, even if you own a cart, having to haul it from
Right.
Arkansas, wherever you're coming
Yeah.
from to
Because
fish.
like we just went to the Keys, which we did take 2 cars, so we had more room. But if I was to go on vacation with my family, even though I have all this gear, like I still can't take everything because I
Right.
got 5 kids. I can't fit.
Yeah.
right.
Got to leave a kid or a fishing pole. at home.
Yeah. Well, that's why I messaged you. I was like, dude, I really don't want to pack these rods.
Yeah, we get that.
We'll hook you up.
Yeah, we'll make sure you're taken care of.
I'll try to go one or two mornings this week. My dad brought his Walmart rod, so
And y'all staying in Perdido or
Orange Beach.
Orange Beach.
Yeah,
okay.
that's usually where we stay.
Okay. Early mornings right now is your best bet. In
Ah,
the middle of the day stuff.
Y'all put me on the Halco popper, dude. I love catching fish right at daylight. It's about there's like or at least when I've done it, like a 10 to 15 minute span where it's just hot.
Yeah.
And it's the most fun
best.
surf fishing I've done. I love top water, being a
Oh,
bass
yeah.
fisherman.
Hard to beat that.
Yeah.
Now, I think it was usually blues I was catching, but it's super fun to catch and
Mm-hmm. They're aggressive.
yeah, but
angry.
love catching them. But when I see y'all like, you caught a shark
On a popper.
on a popper not too long ago, or what? It might have been long ago.
Yeah, that video was probably like 2 years ago.
Oh wow, that
if
was
you
long
watch,
ago.
if you
If
do
it's on
watch any
Facebook.
Facebook stuff, like I repost a lot of Facebook stuff.
Maybe that was it. I don't know, but that would be sick.
Yeah, that's
or
pretty
or
awesome.
catching a jack. That would be sick. I haven't caught one of those yet.
Are y'all going fishing?
Are we going fishing?
We had talked about
Do you have
it.
time or?
Yeah. I'll need to do something tomorrow and Friday. You leave Friday or Saturday?
Saturday, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing yet.
It's tomorrow.
Which weather's better?
Um,
Tomorrow, my daughter does have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I'm not going to be able to go until
Well, if we can't
midday.
make it this trip, we can come back down. It won't be an issue. We'll just have to do it
have you
before.
called a Jack
Shelby
Crevalle before?
I haven't. No.
I mean, if you can't go in the morning,
I can't go early.
if I think
Well, if we did that, I could do that because the doctor's appointment's not till 9:30, so we would be done.
okay.
If you're talking about
If
going
you
to
don't
the
care about
point.
going on a boat, if you don't mind walking and you don't mind getting up early, and if you have time,
Yeah.
we can take you in the morning and we can, because they've been pretty consistent. I mean, obviously nothing's guaranteed, but
Right.
at the point at Fort Morgan, that's kind of
Yeah.
like the spot. We can go out there and throw some poppers and try to get you on a jack. But obviously,
Yeah.
don't want to take
What
away from
time
film.
have you been out there recently? Or have you been fishing early mornings
No,
recently?
not out there. But I
don't
mean,
even know what time.
I've seen like they're still posting that they're catching them
I'm just curious what time we need to get there.
before. Like we would
I
need to
don't
be
even know
at
what time
the
the sun
point.
comes up right now.
I think it's about 6, but we would need to be at the point at like 5:30.
Yeah.
So
So we need to be at the
It'd be
parking lot
early
by
morning.
5.
yeah,
Yeah.
We'll be all the way at the end of
We'll
up
talk
to you.
about it. Let me
Yeah.
talk to
If
my
you want to
wife.
wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, let us know.
You
it's
know,
up to you, man. I mean, you can be back before your family gets up, but because it's
Yeah.
pretty quick.
That's what I was
early
saying.
morning thing.
Doing that, like, usually the fishing's done by like
Yeah.
7:30.
Yeah,
yeah,
Or
that's
8
usually,
o'clock at the latest.
that's what I'm used to. I'm used to ripping a spoon in the surf. I mean,
can't beat that.
that's how I've caught most of my fish is ripping a spoon and trying to get it out there to the schools. But I haven't had a chance at a jack yet, or I haven't seen a school of them to throw at.
Yeah.
Sure.
If
When
we
I've been
do
down here.
that, because the weather for offshore looks decent tomorrow, I was thinking about going out, maybe trying to catch like some vermilion snapper or something. Red snapper's closed on Thursdays. Stupid Alabama rules. But
Wow.
Government.
it's only Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think so. I understand because most people, especially like even locals, most people can only fish on the weekends. If you live down here, you're usually working. And so by doing that, it spreads it out over a longer period of time, opposed to like if it was 7 days a week, it might only be June, July. But because it's only 4 days a week, it will go into August, September, sometimes October, because it's all based on quota,
Yeah.
which I don't even know how they keep up with that because most people don't actually. So there's a snapper
I
check
wonder that.
where you report your fish.
Do you report your fish?
We're not
Brad?
going to talk about that on the record. But so there's snapper checks. A minute, 19 seconds. No. So they have the snapper check where it's supposed to come and report what you caught. But like, I don't know anybody that does it. Like, no, I'm sure there's people that do. I'm
You
sure
just do it
charter
on
boats-
Outdoor Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like nobody does it, and so none of these numbers are ever accurate. I don't know how they decide.
Hey,
what our quota is,
where'd you
but-
catch that snapper from the surf?
That was in Pensacola, on the bay side.
Yeah,
Like at
that was
Fort
sick.
Pickens.
That was sick. I watched that video. Was
Yeah,
that
it
last
pretty
year?
Cool. I think that was like 2 years
Has
ago.
anybody done that this year? Have you seen them?
Not that I know of.
Doing that.
Not that I know
That's
of.
pretty sick.
We were. I fished the pass there in the boat one day in Pensacola Pass, and then came around and kind of fished that area from the boat. Didn't catch anything. But
Yeah. Did you see structure?
nothing special. I mean, we marked a few fish, but I don't know because that area drops off so
Right.
quick. I don't know if there is a lot of structure,
Or they're just
or
hanging
if they're
that.
just kind of hanging that drop off there.
Yeah. Could
Who
be.
knows? I didn't put a lot of time in it on the boat, but
You can do like
It was
everybody
cool catching
else.
one from the beach.
Everybody else, they just troll by while you're catching fish and just mark your spot. All these charters,
yeah.
dude, I know they have to get so aggravated. They're just trolling by, marking spots.
It's dog eat
Yeah.
dog, man.
I mean, nowadays, like I saw a post on Facebook where this dude was he was fishing the spot, and then this other boat came up and was like, "That's my private spot that I paid and put here." Blah blah blah, and like
That's
was
illegal.
wearing this dude out. And so the guy that was fishing it took a picture of the numbers and posted it on Facebook. It's like everybody go fish this dude's private
Your
spot.
friend that we went with,
Brock. Did he share it?
he told me
Because
that.
I think it was over in Destin or something. But nowadays, like there's so much. You have the like the relief shading where I don't know how they do it, but they like basically scan the bottom, and so you can pay and get private spots.
Oh, okay.
Pay like a couple $1,000s. They'll go drop a chicken coop or whatever, or an artificial reef, and so you can have your own private spot. But like you said, you're fishing it and somebody drives by and marks it, or they do that relief shading where it marks the whole bottom that you can. You're really not going to have
correct
private spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's wild on an ocean as big as it is, but then you'll be fishing for a little while. Here comes somebody, man. They slowed down right next to me. And,
Yeah.
oh, now they're gone again. I wonder what they were doing.
Yeah. I know it's crazy, which obviously I didn't grow up here. I've only been here 5 years, but from talking to a lot of people, like you used to go offshore fishing, like there would hardly be any boats out, or like especially once you got past maybe like 10 miles, like you didn't see as many. But you go offshore now, I mean, you go 60, 70 miles and you see 20 boats all around you.
Yeah, when we went to Horn
there's so
Mountain,
many
which is
people.
like 100 miles from here,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a 3-hour ride out there, and there was several boats fishing around there.
And because like those rigs, you get boats that are coming from Louisiana and Mississippi, and also Dauphin Island charters are going there. Even Destin and Panama City charters will run all the way over there sometimes. So it definitely gets can get crowded out there.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, dog eat dog world, like
Yeah,
you
man.
said,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Someone's got to get it.
That's right.
That's right. Well, that was a fun podcast.
Yeah, no, man, we appreciate you being on here.
No
thank
problem,
you. We
dude.
won't
I
have to
can.
take any more of your
I'm
time.
for it. Like I can talk for hours. It's one of my flaws.
Well, you've monetized it now, so
Yeah, there we go.
No longer a flaw.
Absolutely.
that's right.
That's right.
That money.
Well, make sure if you haven't followed their content, make sure you go check out Dylan and Shelby. Go subscribe to their YouTube channel.
Thank y'all.
All 1,000 of you that are watching on here.
No,
Make
we
sure
gonna
you
get
go
it
check it
up.
out.
We gonna get it up.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you guys, and make sure you check them out.
Yep. Catch you on the next one.
Peace.